Hiya, I've recently made a complaint regards police officers
Yeah.
who I've videoed on a mobile phone whilst driving,
Yeah.
not wearing seatbelts, neither of the officers, dangerously obstructing a carriageway, pulling out into traffic whilst indicating the wrong way, forcing other motorists to slam on their brakes to avoid a collision.
Yeah.
Now, all of this I've got on camera.
Right.
Yeah, I've put the complaint forward, and the sergeant that's dealing with it has seen fit that he believes this is absolutely acceptable to deal with this by way of a local resolution,
Yeah.
which is idiotic in my mind. These police officers are not above the law in any way whatsoever.
Okay.
And their conduct, I would agree, their conduct as police officers, yes,
Yeah.
is something that you should deal with. I understand that. But the fact that they broke the law is not something you have a right to decide on whether they're prosecuted or not. So I'd like to know where we're going to go with this complaint.
Yeah, okay, you want to know where you stand. I completely understand that. Can I, first of all, have your surname, please?
May.
Who?
May. M-A-Y.
M-A-Y. Right, hold on, let me have a look. A minute.
I'm the original complainant, the one who actually made the footage. I understand you've probably had a few complaints because I made the footage accessible to public.
Yeah. What's your first name, Mr. May, please?
Jamie.
Jamie. Okay, hold on. You can imagine we've got quite a lot of
I understand.
Mays. Yeah, Jamie May. And what's your address, please?
They don't have my address.
Oh, they haven't got your address.
No,
Okay. So, yeah, all right, let me have a look. Right. I'm sorry about this. I'm having to go through quite a long list of...
That's fine. I mean, what I don't understand why this is even a question for PSD to begin with, if I'm honest.
Well, any complaint, if it's a complaint against police officers, it would come to us. Did you have a complaint reference number?
I don't to hand, no.
No, you don't. So it's all been done via email to you, has it?
Well, the officer's been texting me today, and he's provided your number if I'm not happy with his decision, which clearly I'm not, because I don't feel that...
I wonder if it has come to us. I'm thinking.
I just don't feel that you or the police have the right to decide whether or not somebody is prosecuted for an offence, especially when there's evidence there to back that up. This isn't actually a complaint, is it? As such, my complaint is regards the officers' conduct as police officers.
I understand.
That's one strand of it.
Yeah, no, I completely understand. Is it the investigating officer? Is it a P.S. Hunt?
I believe so. I can double check for you.
Yeah, I think I've found you on my list, which is 50.
Yes, it is Andy Hunt, PS627.
Yeah, that's the one. I think I have found. At least we know where we are, because I can just see at what point we're at. So it's still being looked at according to this.
Who's it being looked at by now, may I ask?
A new investigating officer was appointed.
I'm a little bit confused as to what they are investigating.
Yeah, okay. So it's definitely the investigating officer is Mr. Hunt. And we were advised of that this morning.
He's made it very clear to me. Although I've outlined my grievances with him and etc., he's made it very clear to me that it will be dealt with by way of local resolution. Now, I don't believe he has the power to make that choice. It's not his decision to make. I'm finding it quite frustrating that this is even being considered. If I'd have been stopped on a mobile phone, and I have been prosecuted mercilessly by the police, and I wasn't given any dispensation or any leeway. So these officers, I've got them banged to rights on camera. They will be getting none, and if I have to, I'm more than happy to contact the MP for transport, etc. I mean, I will take this all the way out of principle, and everything that I'm doing is being published. Absolutely everything. So, I'll make a laughing stock of them if I have to.
Yeah, no, I'm not just saying it. I understand completely. What I would suggest now, I can contact the investigating officer, and just repeat everything you've said to me. And then obviously he can have a look at that and see what he thinks.
Well, I've made my feelings to him very clear already, as I say, and his response to me today via text message was, he's sorry that I feel that way, but he doesn't feel that there's any reason that this should be dealt with in any other way other than local resolution.
Right.
And catching the police doing the long list of criminal offences that they've committed and road traffic offences that they've committed on camera.
Yeah.
As far as I'm concerned, requires more than, you shouldn't have done that. That's not good enough, because I wouldn't have been given words of advice at the side of the road had a police officer caught me doing that. And the police are not above the law.
No, actually, in terms of contact for you, are you happy with that then, that they contact you through your mobile number?
Yes.
You don't want to give us an email address or anything like that?
No, I'll leave it as it is. They've got these contact details for me. Otherwise it just becomes too many emails in too many places. Because I've also put in a freedom of information request for the call log of the officer whilst he was on the phone whilst driving. Because I make it categorically clear that he wasn't on the phone for any other reason than he was just on the phone.
What I'm going to do, I'm going to send an email to the investigating officer. I'm going to repeat what you've told me, that you don't consider this as appropriate to be a local resolution. Because as far as you're concerned, what the officers were doing were committing a criminal offence. And then I shall ask him to make contact with you again.
So
all right?
Who is it who makes the final decisions on these? Where does this go? I mean, I thought you're obviously police standards, aren't you?
Yeah, and you've come through to police standards. That's where you are. So basically, what will happen? He will take advice from one of our support managers here as to what the next course of action is, if that's how you're feeling. He will take advice from them. So, but I think the first thing is I need to contact him and let him know exactly what your grievances are. I will also put in there that you have spoken to him today, and you're still not very happy. And I will tell him why you're not happy, because you consider it not to be appropriate to local resolution.
Absolutely not. But
all right.
Who has authority over this? Is my question.
Well, it's PSD. It's the people you've come through to. It's not me.
No, I understand that.
No. I'm sort of just answering the phone and processing complaints. But
if you guys decide that,
it will be one of our managers here in PSD.
And if you guys decide that his local resolution is acceptable, where does it go from you guys? Because obviously I understand that you're obviously police officers, investigating police officers. So, I'm very sceptical when it comes to that.
Well, I mean, from that point, what you would have to do is then submit an appeal against that particular decision. I think, first of all, as I say, the most important thing is that I make contact with this investigating officer and tell him what you've told me. And then, if he feels that whatever happens after that, it probably will need to be considered by us.
You see, the thing is, I know for a fact that you regularly prosecute people for being on the mobile phone just through pictures that you're sent.